Hi, today I'd like to take some time to share with you 10 fun Easter facts that you might not have known before. Number 1. The date for Easter. Easter falls on the first Sunday after the first full moon of spring. Sometimes the first full moon of spring comes quickly after the equinox. Other years it is a few weeks before the first full moon. So the date of Easter moves each year. Easter falls at this time of year because when Christianity first became popular, the Church adopted the dates of celebrations from other religions for their own holiday celebrations. This made it easier for people who were converting to Christianity. Though the date changes each year, Easter always falls between March 22nd and April 25th. Number 2. The origin of the name Easter. The name Easter is derived from the name of a goddess worshipped by the Anglo-Saxon people. The goddess's name was Astra. Astra was celebrated during the spring equinox. Her symbol was the rabbit. When Christians converted the Anglo-Saxons to Christianity, they also adopted many of the holidays Anglo-Saxons celebrated and tried to give them a Christian meaning instead. They adopted the date and many of the symbols of Astra for their own Easter celebration. So, the celebration of spring and the goddess Astra became Easter, a celebration of the resurrection of Jesus. Number 3. The symbols of Easter. Eggs and rabbits are popular symbols around the season because all holidays celebrated at this time of year center on birth and rebirth. Animals are having babies, flowers are blooming, and the leaves are returning to the trees. Life seems to be returning to the earth after a long, dead winter. Christians adopted these symbols for Easter from other religions. It fits their own belief because they believe that Jesus rose from the dead, much like the trees and plants at the end of winter do. Number 4. Coloring eggs. The tradition of coloring eggs at this time of year goes back almost 5,000 years. In ancient times, the Persians, Egyptians, and Keltoi saw the egg as a symbol of spring and rebirth. During the spring equinox celebrations, they would dye the eggs festive colors. In medieval times, Christians weren't allowed to eat meat or eggs during Lent, so it was a special treat to be able to eat them again on Easter. Many people would dye them beautiful colors and decorate them elaborately. Some of the most elaborate Easter eggs came from 19th century Russia, where the royalty would decorate eggs with precious jewels as gifts for friends. The traditional word for the practice of decorating eggs is called pisanka. Number 5. The Easter Bunny and the Easter Basket. The legend of a bunny that hides eggs and treats for children came from Germany. They believed a white hare would leave colorful eggs and candies for good girls and boys on Easter morning. The practice was brought to the U.S. in the late 1600s and early 1700s by Pennsylvania Dutch settlers. The girls and boys would wake up early on Easter morning and construct small nests out of sticks and leaves for the Easter bunny to leave eggs in. Soon, people began making Easter baskets that looked like nests. Number 6. The White House Egg Roll. One of the most famous traditions in the United States is the annual egg roll on the White House lawn. The Easter egg roll at the White House has been an annual event since 1878 when Rutherford B. Hayes hosted the first egg roll on the White House. Since then, it has become one of the most famous Easter events in the world. Children roll eggs, enjoy picnics and performances, and at the end of the day receive a wooden egg with the signatures of the President and First Lady. Last year, over 30,000 people attended the event. Number 7. Easter Candy. Giving and receiving candy at Easter is a modern tradition. Some of the biggest candy sales all year come from Easter candy. Last year, about $1.9 billion. Many parents buy candy to place in their child's Easter basket. The most popular candies are Peeps, jelly beans, and chocolate rabbits. Each year during Easter, candy makers produce 90 million chocolate bunnies. The most popular non-chocolate Easter candy is Peeps. About 700 million are sold each Easter. Another popular Easter candy is jelly beans. Candy makers sell about 16 billion jelly beans each Easter. Candy sales on Easter are only second to Halloween candy sales. The chocolate bunny, one of America's favorite Easter treats. 76% of people say they eat the ears first. 5% of people say that they eat the feet first. 4% of people say that they eat the tail first. And the other 15% say, who cares what you eat first? It's chocolate. Number 9. Hot cross buns. Hot cross buns were a part of the Anglo-Saxon celebration of the goddess Astra. During the festival of Astra, an ox was sacrificed, and the buns were marked with the horns of the ox. Bun comes from the Saxon word bon, meaning sacred ox. The church tried to ban these treats, but they were so popular that the church was unsuccessful in banning them. So they were renamed to hot cross buns, to give a nod to Christ on the cross, and were given out to poor people during the Easter holidays. Number 10. Pancake Tuesday. The 40 days before Easter are called Lent. During this time, Christians give up things like rich food, alcohol, and sweets to prepare for the holiday. In medieval times, this meant that all the rich foods would have to be eaten so they wouldn't go bad. In preparation for Lent, people would eat all of those rich foods that they could not have, like milk, butter, and eggs, all of which are ingredients in pancakes. So, many families would make pancakes on the Tuesday before Lent. In England, people still have pancake races. They dress up in aprons and run across a field while flipping pancakes in a skillet on Easter morning. I hope you've learned a few new facts about Easter. Thanks for watching!